Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk thinking right out here in the lab, and I'm in the book having a ball. It's just getting better. I got some more knowledge for you, some more information I want to run by you. So let's get started. Rightism 25 will live by storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my God be true. We talk about the pineal gland again, and we're gonna back it up with the Holy Grail. But the pineal gland is where God is. Let's see what the book say. All right. That's my conclusion after reading and studying all this. It'll come back to that's my conclusion. Let's see what the book say. The book of wisdom. I'm loving this book. Okay, I'm loving this book. All right. The pineal gland. Everything in the body leads back to one source point. What's that? Which is the center of your brain. The center of the brain is where the pineal gland resides, which we refer to as the I in I am. The I represents, the essence of who you are. And when we say I, we are referring to what? Our inner being, our actual true self, which is what? God. Where he at? Pineal gland. What's this? What's this? The observer or the entity that controls the body. If we say my body, okay, then that means it's mine. I own it, but it's not me. Again, we are spiritual beings having this human experience. The human body is our vehicle to have that experience in. Understand that. This body is merely, boy, I'm good at this, the vehicle for which our soul or entity to operate within this physical world of what we call time and space. This consciousness, you can't find the consciousness, okay? You can't find spirit. It's hidden inside you. When you find it, you'll know. That's the mystery. That's the whole point. And that's the secret to what? Knowing thyself. You had to put the work in and find out for yourself. God is in you, not outside. Religion put God outside. I told you that. We passed that. So let's go now. The pineal gland is said to be what? The seat of consciousness. Also known as the seat of the soul. Come on now. Stay with me. Or, how about this? The throne of God. That's better? The pineal gland is where God dwells. I call it God's transmitter. Why? Because when you wake it up within yourself, you communicate with God directly. So I understand the concept. I get it. I also experience it. So I know for a fact that's how it works. It is what they call the empty chamber that holds what? The universal essence, which remains what? Invisible. The universal essence, we know to be God. It remains invisible to the naked eye. Our true self resides within, you ready? Ready? Follow attention, pay attention. The pineal gland. And from this center, we control the physical body. The pineal gland serves as what we call a spiritual focal point. Spirit invisible, life, but it's there. Linking our higher consciousness to our physical existence, guiding mind over our actions and perceptions in this material world. My concept again, heart, mind, coherence. They doing it mind, heart, coherence. Same thing. They both working together as one to get you where you need to know God. Where is in you? Again, more pictures. I love pictures. This is your mind. God dwells in the temple, not made in human hands. This is the phrase the Masons use. And I get it, understand it. You could too. This is the side. This is the brain. This is your head at 3 different angles. Okay? And all of them showing you where God dwells. That's the purpose of this breakdown for you, to show you. But this is all done with modern machinery. The ancients didn't have that ability. They knew that. They didn't have it through the ability of technology. Okay? And Chronicles 2 from the Bible. Now, I got a problem with y'all Bible thumpers. Y'all have stuff in there that y'all don't really understand. Or y'all misinterpret. Like I said, I know you misinterpret it, so you can't understand the misinterpretation. Hell, y'all understand a few pieces, which is easy. But the true interpretation, y'all fall way short. Let me go. Chronicles, 2 Chronicles 3:10, it says, watch this. For the most holy place, he made a pair of sculptured cherubim and overlaid them with gold. What the hell does that mean? You would be in church. The preacher quote that, and you'll swear to God you following along, and you ain't got a damn clue what the hell that means. And y'all do it every week. You've been doing it forever. In 2,000 years, ain't nothing changed. No matter how much we present to you, I'm presenting to you, you still won't change. You still do the same thing. That's insanity. That's spiritual and mental insanity. And that's where it counts, in the head. The cherubim is the hemisphere of the brain. Come on now, it's you. The gold is always the sunlight, the shine. The gold, that's what's pure. That's what don't change. But it happens all inside the brain. Next one. The first one was that. This next one is the first one I gave you, the first picture to you. This is the first one. That's what it said. This is going to be the second one. Watch what it says here. Mark 16, verse 19. After the Lord Jesus had spoken to them, he was taken up into heaven and sat at the right hand of God. They don't mean that literally, Bible thumpers. I love you. But Jesus did not go up and sit at the right hand. It's all symbolical. So you can break it down for you a little bit better so you can get it better. This is what they're saying is going on right here. Okay? Now, the right hand of God, okay? The right hand of God is what they call, what symbolically, it means the right hemisphere of one's brain. So this ain't really happening. It's happening inside of you, metaphorically, philosophically. The right hemisphere of the brain, and what happens in the right hemisphere? The right hemisphere is located with a creativity. These are characteristics of the right hemisphere. Mayat teaches us to what? Use both hemispheres of the brain to make decisions. That's a symbolical concept. I know that. But watch this. This is the religious biblical concept. Watch this. They said Jesus is the right hand of God. That means he enhanced his creativity, his intuition, and his insight to who he was. And it's all connected to what? The cerebellum. One side of the brain, the other side. Okay? AKA, they called it what? Your higher brain. The throne of God is in the center of the brain. God is in the brain. Yeah, the temple not made with human hands. We can describe it and say a whole bunch of stuff, but some of us won't. miss it. The pineal gland is where God dwells. That's where Jesus dwells. The crucifixion. Yeah. Calm down. This is all symbolism. It's all symbolical. And I keep hearing y'all say it. I don't say the Bible, but I hear what y'all say. Y'all don't even understand that nonsense or y'all concepts of it. And watch this. Again, we know where God is. We know where God is. Okay? Not up there. So to keep telling us that is the waste of, well, some people will still follow that concept and believe it. Moving on, I ain't got time for that. But watch this. Now they tell you the conscious is God. And we are all that same spark of consciousness within the center of our brain. We all have a pineal gland. We all have spirit of life. So we all the same thing in the flesh. This central point is where the divine awareness resides. That's the key. That's the goal. That little thing, that thing is the gold mine. That's Solomon's mind right there, right there. That pineal gland, that's what you need to discover within yourself, and all riches and everything will be unto you. When you're connected in this awareness, divine awareness, connecting us to what? Your individual awareness connect us to what? Universal source. Our true essence, our soul is rooted in this sacred space, transcending the physical body and aligning us with the greater consciousness, knowledge of self that governs all of existence. That's God. Let God be your conscious God. When you're God conscious, let God be your God. That's your conscious, your higher conscious. When you reach there, you'll know that. I'm trying to explain to you, that's what awakening means. And everybody had a concept, okay? Everybody got the concept of God. In the Masonic order, the two pillars, Boaz and Jachin, did the stairway to what? God, the moon, and the sun. Celestial and terrestrial. All this is symbolical. You got the Sumerian walk around. This is God, the bird. All these is symbolical concept of walking and being with God. Here's another concept. There's the one, the Christian concept right there with the sword. But these are all metaphorical, symbolical stories to get to understand and to know God for oneself. They're telling you how to get there. And I just showed you right here. This is Masonic art. Okay. This is their picture. I'm gonna break it down for you. And every one of them got a little something to read in the bottle. I'm gonna break it down for you. I like that. Let's go. So the Masonic art, you see here, the sword and the lamb. It symbolizes what? The process of killing. Whenever the sword involved, before the gun came along, sword was the killing machine. The lower nature of your consciousness, the ego, kill the ego. That's what him saying. Kill the ego, kill the ego. Philosophically, kill it. Not literally, kill it. But they're giving you the sign to show you what they mean. Okay, this is all esoteric teaching. This is all not the nonsense. This is the good stuff. All right, the real stuff. Meat and potatoes, I call it. But killing your lower nature, aka your lower consciousness, the ego self, and moving up the spine, that's the serpent again, to what? Your higher mind and enlightening, ding, 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 the pineal gland, aka third eye. Your higher self. Once you reach that level, when you open the pineal gland, you reach the level of highest that you can go. That's it. Now, all you got to do what? Roll with it. Notice they say that the lamb is looking up. They want you to think up because, but up at what? But it's looking up at the cup. Looking up at the cup with what? The sun on top of it. Holy Grail. The cup represents your head and the neck. Holy Grail. This part right here, I got a picture for that too coming up. Again, Holy Grail. That's what I'm taking you to the side of. See where we're going here? Oh, it's ongoing lessons. These pages ain't even numbered. So you can just go and go and go until you get to where you're going. And that's what I'm going to do, take you here. And I ain't going to change pages. I'm going straight through. Let's go. This is fun. And if the neck, head and neck, your head and your neck, that's the Holy Grail. And it shows the sun represents your higher consciousness in the center of your brain, on top of your neck. That's this thing here. Your head, okay? All right, that's the concept here. And You see that in this picture? I don't. But that's what they say it represents. Again, unless you in, you can look at something and don't know what the hell that is. Okay? They got one right here. Same thing. This is, who's that? That's the Masonic art. Again, more Masonic art. Remember, the Masons spoke in what? Signs and symbols. So once you understand the symbol mean, you can read it. Okay, this hieroglyph, signs and symbols, the same thing. We start out with that. That's the original writing. Never. It looked like sign language, but signs and symbols. Right now, y'all going back to the same concept. Cash register, I wouldn't know how to work a cash register right now. That's crazy. Why? I don't know what the hell that stuff is. Give me numbers. Put me back to 1, 2, that stuff. Okay, I ain't, that modern, I'm not modern, I'm old. I'm a dinosaur. Yeah, I'm old. I ain't dumb. All right. The bird on the Masonic art at the top of the thing as an air animal. Your spirit is recognized by the bird. Why? It can fly. It can ascend. Okay. It can raise. And the falcon, the peregrine falcon, the qualities of that thing, that's what your spirit is. Fastest thing in the air. And if it get a bead on you, it's over for you. Okay? That's the concept. They still use that falcon mentality, the peregrine falcon, in the simulation of flying jets. They go into dive bomb, they mimicking the peregrine falcon. And it represents your higher nature of man. That's why it's always represented with wings or a bird. You notice that? Ra and Tahuti, Ra, Haru, all have bird heads. Bird brains, highest level. Why? They can ascend. We have wings. That's why. It's all metaphorical. It's symbolical. They put it right in your face. Y'all hear angels. You see wings. First you think it's angels. Okay, that's the concept the Christians got. But your consciousness can what? Ascend. Moving on. But the nature of man is to what? Soar above his earthly limitations. That means you got to raise your consciousness past the physical, become spiritual, become astral, next level. And ground animals, which is set, okay, that four-legged animal, in contrast, symbolizes what? Your lower nature. Tied to instinct. We are the beast. Why? Because when we get horny, we go look for somebody to have sex with. Beasts of the field do the same thing. Instead of have a relationship, no, we want to just do the wild thing. Hold on, excuse me. Yeah, excuse me. What was that? Oh, yeah, instinct. When you live on that beastly nature of instinctive action, that's not human. That's beastly. Think before you act. Animals don't think, they just act. That's why they call it beastly nature. And when you're tied to your instincts and you love what? The material existence. The tree stump serves as a symbol also of what? The spine, because it's the foundation that connects both realms, bridging what? The earthly to the divine. You know that the tree grows, we're about to get to that in a minute, it grows both ways. It goes down into the earth and it goes up to heaven. That's the concept. Let's talk about, ready for this? We're heading this way. I'm getting there. Dun, 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 dun. The Holy Grail. This is the Holy Grail. This is the symbolical concept. It's never been found. Why is that? If you're looking outside of you for anything that's internally, you'll never find it. You got Masons still looking for King Solomon's temple, and they're never going to find it. Why? They're looking outside themselves. This is all symbolical information. Let's talk about this and I'm going to shut it down. All right. The Holy Grail. This is the picture. Your neck, your head. Holy Grail. What's inside it? That's the information. That's knowledge. That's what it holds. The Holy Grail equals neck and skull. Did you know that? The head is the Holy Grail. The sacred space that holds our divine consciousness. It is God's temple where all creation begins within what? The mind. The mind. The mind. God dwells in the temple not made with human hands. Ding, ding, ding. All symbolism. Okay? And in the realm of consciousness, this physical realm. They're showing you here with Christ holding the cup. It's symbolical. Okay? And all these is pictures of different symbolisms. This is one. This is the actual head and neck. And this is the symbolical breakdown. And you got the moon and the sun. Moon gives you the milk, sun gives you the honey. Anything that sun is gold. If you hear gold, that's the sun ray, that's the sunlight. And it shows you the moon is magnetic, the sun is electric. Okay? It's electric. They go together. They always go together. The pictures I just showed you, there was a Masonic art representing the sun and the moon working what? Together to produce what? Milk and honey. The promised land. The promised land is here, becoming knowledgeable, and you'll get the milk and honey from the grail, from the what? The Holy Grail. It says the milk and honey where? Within one's brain. I told you, everything's up here. Esoteric teaching only deals with this. And you got the moon that generates what? The milk, the white substance, while the sun creates the honey, the golden brown thing. Mary, milk. Joseph, pineal gland, honey. Mary, pituitary gland, the female aspect of the two glands that sits in your brain. This is all symbolical and esoteric messages. Now, let me get right quick. I can wrap this up right here. Look at this. Now, whenever you see the pyramid, that's the body. That's the mind, okay? That's how it works. This is the chakras that's inside the body. This is the serpent, the spinal column, 33 degrees, okay? And it's all inside what? The pyramid. The lotus person is inside what? The pyramid. The stairway takes you up to the Incas and Mexican. They had the top of the pyramid, okay, the top of the stairs. But it's all symbolic and conceptualizing, meaning everything is in the head. Body, temple. Corinthians says, chapter 6, verse 19 and 20. Let's get the religious concept, the biblical concept. It says, or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you? Okay, so they tell you. They saying that God is in you. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm interpreting it. What's this? In whom you have from what? God. You are not your own. You were bought with a price. So glorify God in your body. Treat it right. Respect it. Worship it. They try to get you that eat right, do right. That was all physical for the body. To glorify God in your body. What it means? It means to raise the chrism, the Christ oil, the serpent, whatever you want to call it, up your spinal column, where a care for the vessel, which is your body, that you inhabit. This is the temple. The powers that be have externalized the sacred symbols, such as the Holy Grail and the Temple of Solomon, to keep what? Humanity, mankind, from discovering its own divine nature. Who would do that? What kind of person would do that? And that's just what religion is doing. And y'all don't seem to understand that. It started with religion. That's the whole purpose of religion, to do just that. And it's doing its job well. Okay? The divine nature in us, in the truth. Man is the ultimate creation made in the image of God. With what? Heart, mind, spirit, and consciousness. The physical body is just the vehicle for that to do its physical part. While here on earth, we got to become conscious and take the spirit back where it comes from, home. With conscious of who the individual spirit belongs to. You can be you for the rest of your life. Not this physical life. Don't mean nothing. We talk about eternal life. That's what they were shooting for. Religious institution primarily teach what I call exoteric, EXOTERIC. That means the upper, the outer layer, the BS, okay? For the masses, they keep y'all ignorant. They give you that and y'all love it. Y'all just eat it right up. But they teach exoteric or external interpretations of what we call the sacred wisdom, ensuring what? That the continuation of the hierarchical structure of keeping the ignorant, while meanwhile those in power, aka the powers that be, are initiated into what they call, we know to be the esoteric. Masons, Shriners, Skull and Bones, all those occult concepts, they teach what? Esoteric knowledge. So they're no smarter than the average bear, okay? Now, the internal teachings that's concerning the body, consciousness, and the metaphysical nature of reality is only taught to the elite. Watch this. The Bible was written in a way that aligns with one's level of understanding. If you have a low level, the Bible works for you. Why? Because you believe everything's in there, it all works. If you have a little more, you're still going to take it and use it. You're not going to forsake the Bible. Why? It got you hooked. You're in. Watch this. The Bible is written in a way that aligns with one's level of understanding. It can be perceived as a historical account. That's why y'all think Christ walked. No, he didn't. No matter what the damn you tell them, they're still going to believe he did. Because the historical account, which is a lie, don't mean it happened, just historical account. And y'all misinterpret the fucking concept that they were setting forward with the Jesus, and y'all misunderstood it. And y'all make it what? Y'all take a historical account and make it physical. A physical God for a profound metaphor. Again, depending on the depth of one's knowledge and awareness. Your reality is shaped by your realization and your own conscious expansion of your mind, determining the truth that you can perceive. You can only comprehend a certain amount. If you need 10th grade level knowledge and you only got 8th grade, you're not going to compete. You're not going to make it. Why? You're not there. You don't have that knowledge. That's why college degree people are a little bit better than what high school degree people are. They're supposed to be. They did a little more studying, a little more work on what they were doing to better themselves. That's what higher education is supposed to mean. Set the hierarchy about what? The standard of knowledge, the standard of living that you set for yourself. Not because I got money, I'm smart, and I'm good. No. Hope you enjoyed the lesson right there. I got to go. I'm going to answer this call right quick. And in closing, may you all live to be 100 minus a day. So I know that my right thinkers who get an understanding now about the Pineal Gland, the Holy Grail, my esoteric teachings have passed away. I'll be right back.